Thanks for joining me today. This is Danny, and welcome back to my modded 1.9.4 series. Today is going to be all about automation, and we're going to be using a few different mods, probably mostly Ender.io and RF tools a little bit, and maybe a few others. But basically, at this point, we have a quarry running out there. We've got our tree farm over there, like right here. And we're soon going to have a big farm, bringing in a bunch of other stuff. And we've got all kinds of stuff coming into our network. And basically right now, everything is just being dumped right into this modular storage, which is being imported right into our refined storage system. Which is all well and good, except that nothing is really being processed automatically as it comes in. So we've got a bunch of ores in here, and I have a semi-automated system set up here with the Pulvis and Furnus of the Furnus Mod, where I just dump my ores in here, and they get pulvised and then furnaced, and then they get doubled, and then I come in here and I pull them out. I get a little bit of XP, which is kind of nice. And then I put them in here. However, as you can already see, we've run out of coal here, so now I have to go in here and I have to grab some charcoal or whatever and put it in there. And of course, there's just this whole manual process that, I'm also making a bunch of charcoal here too, which, but there's a lot of manual process, or a lot of, okay. There's a lot of manual stuff going on here that I would prefer not to have to do. And plus, with our with our power generation, we've got our tree farm and we've got oak wood coming into our system, and again, it's coming directly into our system, and then it gets auto crafted into charcoal over here to go into our generator. And we've actually got a couple of generators set up over here. But I've got the exporter from refined storage that's using a crafting upgrade, and that is working. However, it's not working very well because the crafter, or the crafting capabilities of refined storage, only allow us to craft one item at a time. And it seems like the exporter crafting cards take precedence over everything else. So if I'm in the middle of a crafting operation here, and we run out of, and we need another piece of charcoal, it's going to make another piece of charcoal and trump all of my other whatever I've got going on. So what we're going to do for the ore processing is we're going to use Ender.io. So we're going to have another alloy smelter that's going to be just dedicated to pre-processing. We're going to have another sag mill, and that's what's going to grind our stuff. Theoretically we could actually just use the pulvis in the furnace, and apparently these do take RF now. But the first thing that we need to do before we can do any of that stuff is we have to kind of tweak this setup right here, because we've got this modular storage. It's a remote modular storage. We have another one of these at the quarry that's sending stuff to the same place. And right now, like I said, it's all going in here, and that's not really going to work for us. We want this to go into some kind of pre-processing system that we build, and then go into the importer. Okay, so the first thing, there's another issue that we have is that our quarry, we have no way of sending power out to our quarry right now, because, well, we just haven't had a way to do that. So I've been dragging charcoal out to the quarry every so often, but I'm soon going to change that, and we're going to do it with RF tools. But before we can, I need some prismarine. So I just made an alchemy catalyst from Botania, so that we can make some prismarine. So that just allows us to do a lot more like conversions like this. So there's a lot of stuff you can make in your mana pool if you have an alchemy catalyst, because we need the prismarine shards. So we can make a power cell. Hooray! And we have everything else except we do need the machine frame. And then I want to make a power cell card or two. So here's our RF Tools power cell that we've got at our base. So that's linked. This is unlinked. There we go. Okay. So we put the one power cell card in here. And then we put another one in here to link to it. So now this power cell card is linked to that power cell at our base. Okay. So now we can put this power cell here. Store all the power. Oh, I think those achievements are new because alright, so now we should be able to put this here and it'll be linked, and you can see it just filled up with power, and now the power is shared between these two cells. Although we've also extended our power storage by 1 million RF. Hooray! So this will power our builder as long as we have power at home. So that should be running. Oh, I'm a little afraid though. Oh boy, I'm a little afraid this is gonna suck all our power at home though. I didn't think about that. Oops. Oh crap, we do have to tell this, and we'll just set all sides to out. Yeah, and you can see it's just draining the power. Oh man. That's not good. It's gonna be quarrying really fast. That's the good news. Yeah. But it's also going to be sucking our power really fast. But now we have another generator that we can bring home, so we'll be able to generate more power there. And I think our tree farm is more than able to keep up. Okay, so this seems to be working okay. It seems to be giving this thing precedence, so because this is staying full, but the RF Tools storage is empty, so it's just, I guess whatever this isn't using, it's sending there. So I guess that's cool. As long as all of our machines are staying powered. So I had to go into the Furnus configs to enable the RF enable the RF upgrade. So this, oh boy, this is what it is. So I'm gonna grab 2 of these, one for each furnace. I mean, well, you know, one for each of these. Oh boy. I guess it was in the middle of something. That's okay. So let's just test this out. So if we put our pelvis here, and we see it's not connecting to the energy conduit, but it should as soon as we do this. Yes. Hooray! Okay, we're almost all set here. So I've got our pelvis and our furnace set up here. Our input chest is going to be up there. I'm going to move that as soon as we're ready. For now, I'll just put this here for testing purposes. This will be our input chest. We're going to be extracting from this chest always. And what's going to happen is we're going to have filters on these, and these will be higher priorities. So I think I'm going to go with a existing item filter on these. There's a couple different types of filters that we can use. We've got a basic filter, which allows us to filter like 5 items, I think. And then there's the advanced, which allows us to filter 15 and allows us to do things like NBT and that sort of thing. Mod item filter allows us to filter by mod. And then there's the existing item filter, which allows us to filter. It allows us to take snapshots of what's in the chest. And there's no limit, basically. That's the main reason I would want to use that. There's no limit to how much stuff we can tell it to store or to remember. So here I made a trap. I made a trap chest just so I could put those 2 chests next to each other. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab, well, let's just grab all the ores here. Except resonating ore or black quartz ore, because we'll be doing something different with those. And then I'm going to I'm going to just turn this off because I don't want it to pull anything out of that chest yet. I'm going to turn... Actually, we'll leave that on. And then I'm just going to dump all this stuff in here. Oh, actually, we don't want Ardite or Cobalt going in there. We really have no purpose for Ardite or Cobalt other than in our Tinker Smeltery, so there's no sense in us putting those in here, because we'll just have to smelt them down in the smeltery anyway. Because I'm pretty much always using those for manualing. So we're going to insert... Oh, we actually have to make the filters. So the existing item filter is an advanced item filter, which is a Z-Log controller, which needs a slice and splice. Have we made a slice and splice yet? I don't think we have. If we did, I think it would be down here. No, we did make a slice and splice because I made that a version obelisk. Okay, here's our slice and splice. So we have to make 2 of those Z-Logic controllers. So we can just shift click and it'll put everything where it belongs. Alright, while that's going on, let's check for paper. Got lots of that. Actually, let's just throw that in there and see. Whoops. Okay, so we've got 1. And 2. Okay, 2 existing item filters. Nice. So we just stick this guy in here, and we can take a snapshot, and we show that it's found all these things. And I think I'm going to tell it we want OR dictionary enabled, so that if there's different types of silver, which there might be, because we might come across some from forestry. So we do want that to be OR dictionary enabled. This is whitelisting. It's matching metadata. Sticky mode, ignore NBT. No. Okay, so now... no. And then this guy, oh wait, what's our priority on this thing? This thing should have a higher priority. So let's set the priority to 1. This one is going to be 0. And this one... Okay, actually what we're going to have to do now is do some dusts. So let's just put 1 of everything in here. 1 silver... 1 tin, 1 copper, 1 gold. Okay, so that should be good. And then now let's let these come in here. Wait, auto, because it's pulling from a chest. Hooray! So it's doing this. It's using RF, which is great. We got 2 iron powders. I'm just going to put these in this chest. 2 silver dust. You know, we really actually, come to think of it, we don't really need to do this because we could just have this input directly into this. But let's do it anyway, just so that, just in case we happen to have some dust flying around or we have to pull them out or they don't go in the right order or whatever. Okay. So we should have iron, silver, tin, copper, and gold. Yeah, okay. So then we're going to do the same thing here. Put our existing item filter in there, take a snapshot, say it's OR dictionary enabled. Match metadata, blah, blah, blah. We're going to insert priority of 1. Oh, did I take a snapshot? Oh, crap. So I actually did that on the extract. We don't want it on the extract. We want it on the insert. Uh oh, did it start extracting? It didn't. Okay, good. Because we were... Alright, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What are we missing here? Oh, lead. Where's our lead? There it is. Whoops. And then if you want to add something to it, you can click merge. In this case, we can just do a snapshot again because everything is still in there. But if this chest were empty and we wanted to add lead to it, we could just go in here and click merge. So match metadata or dictionary enabled, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so looks like we're in good shape. And then we can tell this guy that it can input from the chest. It can also input from the left. And then we'll have this guy output. Wait, and then this one can extract. Always active. Oh, okay. So we're extracting from this side, so then we have to tell the furnace we're going to output, not on the bottom, but on that side. Hooray! So now that should have ended up in here. Yes, and it's getting pulled into our system. Nice. So everything's working. That's so awesome. So now if we go in here and throw a bunch of silver ore in there, it should end up in here and not down there, because the priority of that one, let's just double check to make sure. Priority here is 0. So it's the same network, but it's a priority of 0. So things are going to go here first if they fit the filters, and if they don't, then they're going to follow the pipes down to here. So now what I want to do is I want to get rid of this. Well, I don't want to get rid of it, but I want get over here. I want to move it over to here. Oh, I guess we could have used this too. Whoa. Achievement, storing the stuff. Okay. So now it doesn't have anywhere to put this stuff. It's just sitting in there for the moment because we don't have anything over here. So now I'm just gonna put a regular old chest here and everything, and this is going to be our input chest for, oh boy. We're having power problems. Dump all these ores in here. And they should all end up in here. Hooray, see, they're here, they're ending up in here, and then they're being processed. Why is it just sitting there? Oh. Okay, whoops. And they're being processed, and then you can see as soon as they're processed, they end up in this chest, which we can't open. But they should be ending up in here. Well, I've decided I'm going to replace these guys with our Ender IO alloy smelter and sag mill, which was actually what I was planning on doing in the first place. The reason is that I don't know if this is a bug or if this is intended or what, but these things, they're sucking like 700 RF per tick or so, something in that neighborhood. I don't know why that would be the case, but they're just totally draining our power. And every time they would be on, like right now we've got plus 90. When one of them was running, we were down to like minus 650, I think. So it was using like 750 RF per tick. So I don't know what the deal is with that, but yeah, that's not gonna work for us. So everything should actually work just the way we have it set up right now. This guy's filling it with power, so it's gonna be sucking a lot of power while that goes on. In fact, even while it's sucking power, it's not even using as much as that thing was. But this is going to use a max of 20 RF per tick, but it's going to be extremely slow until we get some upgrades in it. But I think it's going to be fast enough to keep up with our quarry right now. So I'm just going to change this to furnace only. And we should be good to go. Wait, why is it not pulling things? Because we need to tell it to pull. Oh, it's so slow. Yeah, that was the one thing about these guys, is they were pretty fast, but I had a lot of speed upgrades in them. I even put a few efficiency upgrades in. I'm hoping to kind of curb the RF appetite they had, but yeah, it didn't do much. So we're gonna push over here, and actually this should just, whoops, this should work fine just the way it is, although I'm gonna tell it to pull from the chest just in case we need to put anything in there. In fact, we do need to put something in there right now. That silver dust that we couldn't complete before. So our ore pre-processing is working perfectly now. Now let's work on coal. Or charcoal, rather. Okay, so I have a very simple setup here. I simplified the whole thing. And it's keeping everything full. And there's no more auto crafting going on. It's just, all we have is an exporter here that's exporting wood into a hopper duct that's going into an electric furnace. I had an electric furnace from before. We were using that previously with Neotech. And I have it upgraded with an expansion upgrade. I also have it upgraded with a redstone upgrade. We may use that in the future. But basically, it's just keeping these full. So this guy is just pulling directly out of the furnace. And this guy is pulling directly out of the electric furnace. So every time they pull something out, the electric furnace automatically keeps its inventory at 66. I have no idea why it's at 66 as opposed to 64. That is very interesting, but you can see every time it goes down, it brings it back up to 66. I don't know what that's all about, but I guess that's fine. It works. But then the exporter will always keep this thing full. So yeah, that works. It's clean, it's simple, and it's not interacting back and forth with the refined storage system. I mean, there's no auto crafting going on, and the charcoal, I mean, we don't really need charcoal for anything else. So we have some charcoal in our system right now, and we'll probably just use that for crafting and stuff, and we'll never think about it again. So I did the redstone upgrade, or the what do you call it? The control upgrade, just in case we decide that we want to start keeping some charcoal in our system, because we can use redstone to tell this guy when we're running low. There's one more thing I need to do. This setup with the power cell that we did with our quarry, it's causing problems because the quarry, the builder, will just take as much power as you give it. I mean, there's a limit, but that limit is way beyond what we're producing for power. So whenever we have our quarry running, it just drains all our power, and that's not really good. So what I was actually thinking I would do is bring this coal generator back out there, and instead of sending power out there, we'll send coal out there. That might actually work. Okay, so I made another remote storage module, which required a couple ender pearls, another modular storage, and another storage module tier 1. Oh, there is one problem. It's going to end up filling this thing up with charcoal. That's 100 stacks. Oh, okay, never mind. We can remedy that. All right, so we're going to put this storage module in here, and we don't really need interdimensional access for this one. And then we're going to put this here to link it to storage ID number 3. And oh, we need to make 2 of these. Oh, and 2 of those. Crap. Yeah, we do have to do that. Okay. So we're going to need even more ender pearls. Okay, that's okay. I'm doing okay with ender pearls right now. I'm actually doing okay with ender pearls. Thanks in large part to blood magic, because blood magic had me out there killing stuff. Okay, so another remote storage module and another remote storage. No, not remote storage. Modular storage, rather. Whew. that would have been a big mistake if I would have made one of those, because that would have been a waste of 4 ender pearls, and we only need 1 of those. We certainly don't need to. Oh, I should fix this. I can... Except I can only half fix it. So let's get rid of... Oh, no. Shoot. Okay, let's get rid of that. And instead of... Okay, wait. Let's do this first. So let's set down one of these modular storages, and put one of the remote storage in there. Oh, that is not the one that I linked. Make sure we're connected to the correct one. We'll be able to tell as soon as we put something in there. So what I'm going to do is... Oh, wait a minute. I don't know if this will work. See, normally what I would do if it were a chest... Oh, I can do this. I could put 99 cobblestone in here. And I just have to make sure I never press the compact equal stacks. Change. Okay. Okay. So 99 stacks. And then 1 stack of charcoal. Yeah. And 1 stack of charcoal. So now this thing is full. So if we put this guy... You know what? I don't think I want to break that with that. Just in case. Sometimes things don't quite... Alright, so we have a modular storage unit, that, and then we're going to put this right here. So this guy will always keep that charcoal full. And then we're going to link our other one to that same remote storage. I'm going to head out here and try to avoid the creepers. I hear them creeping around out there, sneaking around my base. And I'm going to put the coal generator here. It's got 20 coal in it. And then I'm going to put the modular storage. Oh, wait a minute. That's not going to be able to pull from there. We'll have to use some conduits. That's fine. Then we're going to put our remote storage module in here. So we've got our 99 stacks of cobble and then our that. Okay. Now we're going to take some Ender IO conduits. Go boom. Extract always. Oh, whew. Okay, this we need to disable. Oh boy. I think we caused like some kind of a weird loop there or something. Because that kind of froze up for a second. And then we're going to insert there. So this thing should be filling up. Hooray. And then this thing. Oh. Oh, it pulled out some of the cobble. Crap. Oh, that's fine. Okay. So I guess we're going to keep 2 stacks of charcoal in here. That's fine. Actually, that is totally fine. And then 1 stack in here. Yeah. This is working. This is totally working. So our quarry is going to be a little bit slower now, but that's okay. It's not going to suck all our power. It's actually still pretty fast. Oh, probably because it's emptying the buffer right now. Yeah, it emptied the buffer. Let's see how slow it is now. Oh, it's still not bad. Look at all those freaking mobs down there. Wow. Oh, and they're all taking fall damage right there. We could take advantage of this. At least get some XP out of it. It's all done. Look at that. One hit them all. Nice. It looks like we're going to be ending on a stormy afternoon. It is actually daytime right now, but it's very stormy. So I do hope you enjoyed this. If you did, don't forget to click the like button. In the next episode, we are going to be getting back into blood magic down there. Probably head into tier 4, possibly even tier 5. And we're going to see about, well, we're going to get into rituals. There's a few different rituals I want to do. One that's going to allow us to automate our LP production. Another one that will allow us to do some serious upgrades for our living armor. And whether we do that next time or the time after, I'm not quite sure. We'll see how much we get done in one episode. But we sure got a lot done today. It was kind of a miscellaneous episode, but we've got our ore pre-processing going on. Finally, after all this time, we actually have some decent pre-processing of ores. We've got our, we've greatly improved the automation of our coal generation. So I would say that this was a very successful day. So I hope you join me next time. Thanks for watching.